Okay, pretty excited. I'm getting to ride the 2018 Rocky Mountain Instinct, and this is the carbon, I believe it's the C70. So my own personal bike is a Pipeline, which is basically the same frame as this, but I have the alloy version. And the Pipeline runs 27.5 plus tires, and the Instinct here that I'm on is 29. So I'm really excited just to try it out, to see what the difference might be between the two wheel sizes mainly, but also between the two frames, alloy and carbon. So this is just a quick blast just to see, and hopefully I'll get to do a bit more testing. But a quick lap initial experience. Okay, so I'm around 5'8", and I'm riding the medium. The first thing I noticed was that it seemed a little short, even shorter than the medium altitude, the medium Pipeline, but you got to be the same geometry, so that must just be perhaps the Ride 9 is in a different place, or the fact that I've got 29s on makes it feel a little different. So my job here is to try and decipher the difference, what I'm feeling between wheels, carbon versus alloy, and try and figure out what is making what difference. Well, first of all, this carbon Instinct is 7 pounds lighter than my alloy Pipeline. So that in itself is a huge difference. And I think that's what I'm feeling the most with the difference here. The lightness of the bike is definitely noticeable. So this was 26 pounds, and my Pipeline was, keep doing that, my Pipeline's 33. So the question is the extra money worth that lighter bike? Straight down a cliff. I jumped into a little hole there. So what I lose in traction on the 27.5 plus tires, I gain in a lighter bike, making it a little easier to get up the hill. So I did measure the diameter between the 27.5 plus and the 29-inch tires, and there's literally like less than half an inch in it. But when you take into account the lower pressure on the 27.5s, once you put weight on it, the diameter is going to be considerably less, because you're going to be running these 29s at a slightly higher pressure because they're 2.4s. And it goes pretty well. It goes like stink over these roots. You know, they say that carbon's a stiffer feel, don't really know what I'm feeling for. So it's hard for me to say. But it just seemed to accelerate quicker, and maybe that is what it's about. Stiffer frame, maybe a bit more responsive. So this initial test is on pretty pedally technical stuff, lots of roots, very steep stuff. So I'm just riding this thing in neutral to start with. Maybe I'll be able to put it out into a more steeper setting at some point. But this clears the roots pretty good. I don't know. It seems like it's a better climber than the 27.5 plus on the pipeline. Like I say, it's hard to decipher whether it's the tires / wheels or the frame being carbon that makes that difference. The only way for me to really tell is to throw some 29s on my pipeline and then compare. I seem to feel a little more confident going over drops or little rollovers on the 29. I feel a little more confident over those rooty sections, which is super interesting. This is where I saw a bear the last time I came through here. So. Okay, now for the stairs. Always a challenge. Nice. Time for water. We've got an interesting mishmash of parts and tyres on this because it's a demo. Wade gave us this today to test out for a bit. We've got a DHR on the front, which is usually goes on the rear, and we've got the forecaster on the back. 2.35 on the back. And we're looking at a 2.3 on the front, so super narrow tyres when all is said and done, but it's pretty nice. You know, you can overanalyze bikes, and you just have to go by feel. Overall, it's just how it feels to you. Find a bike that feels good, and don't even worry about the overanalyzing. Make it work for you, change the various settings that you can, and do what you can with what you got. But I do like the carbon. The lighter bike is obvious. 7 pounds is pretty huge, and I bet the tyres are a lot lighter than the Maxxis Minions 2.8 that I have on the pipeline, so that's going to make a huge difference in itself. So let's keep riding. So this particular model is running guide R's, which are alright, you know. I don't mind them. I do prefer the Shimano XTs. They're super solid on the stopping. Just feel a little less squishy under the finger. But these brakes still stop you. They still slow you down. Maybe just not as fast as the XTs. And besides, the tyre on the rear here has pretty much, not very much tread anyway. Again, because it's a demo bike, it's been heavily used. Yeah, I love how it handles the roots. You know, I think if you're racing, you want to throw some 29s on. If it's about speed, throw some 29s on. Alright, okay, so first test impressions of the Instinct 29, really nice. I am riding the carbon version. Definitely notice the fact that it's a lot lighter than the pipeline, the alloy pipeline, obviously. And yeah, it seems to be a little easier to pedal down to the 29s, higher pressures, lighter frame. Not that it doesn't make my bike any less fun. They're all fun. Every bike is fun. But if you have the money and having a lighter bike is important to you, then yeah, upgrading from the pipeline to the carbon Instinct is a good idea. Or if you own the alloy pipeline, maybe throwing some 29-inch wheels on there if speed is important to you, because I think it makes a difference. However, it could just be psychological, based on all the hype and marketing nonsense. But at the end of the day, find a bike that you like the look of, ride it. If you like it, get it. If you don't overthink it. But I thoroughly enjoyed this Instinct Carbon. No problems with it at all. Nice ride. I'm looking forward to getting out on some more trails that I have ridden and can do some kind of time trial just to see if there's any major difference, and report back to you with that one too. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like button, and if you're in the Cowichan Valley area, Cycle Therapy in Duncan has an Instinct for you to demo. This particular one I'm on right now, it is a medium frame. So head on down, demo it. It's there for a couple of weeks, so be quick. And we'll be getting more in soon at Cycle Therapy. So thanks again for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you like what you see, and we'll be posting more. So thanks for watching. See you soon.